Okay, welcome everybody again to 21 Days Magic with Essential Oils. And tonight I'm here with my new friend Shana, I must say. Shana and I don't know each other for that long yet. We've known each other through the oils, actually, through a friend. And it's been a delight to meet her and to get to know her. So Shana, welcome. It's so good to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'd love for you to hear first is your experience with the oils. You haven't been doing the oils for that long, right? How long have you been doing it now?
Since August, so 5 months.
Yeah, so that's still a baby. That's good. So tell me about your experiences. What has it been like to use the oils?
Well, first, I use the oils for pain and to help with my fibromyalgia. And I thought, yes, that's my biggest problem. So, of course, that's the first thing I asked for. And, the oils started to take care of my pain. And as that was happening, I realized that, my emotions were lifting. I was feeling better as a person.
Can you tell something about the pain first? So you had a lot of pain in your life, right? So what did you use for that? What happened?
At that time, I was having bad leg pain. I couldn't bend or straighten my leg without pain, and I was having a hard time walking, having a hard time doing anything. And Jen gave me a sample of lemongrass and marjoram, and I went and I used it immediately, and I was amazed. I couldn't think about anything else for the rest of the day or ever since then because I had just found out how powerful essential oils are. And it really changed my outlook. And that's what I've been using ever since.
And so what has happened to the pain? Is it still there?
Well, the pain goes away. As soon as I apply the oils, the pain goes away. Some days I might have to apply it 2 times, maybe 3 times. Some days I can go 2 or 3 days without applying it at all. It just varies. It depends. But I know that I can use the oils to take care of it.
Awesome. Now, and you said about the emotions too. I'd love to hear too. So
I think that's probably the biggest change that I've experienced. I feel more self-confident. I feel less anxious, less worried, especially about things that I can't control. I don't stress out over minor things. I've always been an optimistic person, but the oils have definitely enhanced that. I feel even more optimistic. Trying to change the way I think about my future, the way I think about my life and my family, to just get the best out of it.
No, I'm curious how you use them because so many people want this, right? So many people want to have a shift in their emotions and how they feel from day to day. So what did you do? What did you use? How do you do it every single day? Love to hear it.
I use all of them all the time. I use, well, first it was balance. And that really brought me down to a place where I could figure out, where to go, where I wasn't so stressed out and anxious and just jittery all the time. And I started experimenting with different oils, different blends. My favorite still now is the emotional aromatherapy kit with the cheer and the passion and the forgive. Those blends are wonderful, and I still use them almost every day. When I'm not using something from that kit, I use bergamot. I use anything citrusy, especially in the morning, like wild orange, or I'll add peppermint into it, something that wakes you up and kind of, gets you going in the morning. Anything citrusy is great in the morning, and that really helps just to set the mood for the day.
Does your family use it? Because you have kids, right? So
yes. My family does use it. My daughter uses the oils. She's very busy and always on the go. So every time I can, I try to get her, try to steer her in the right direction, because I think that she knows that they work. She's a teenager, so one step at a time. At least she's introduced to them, and she has a basic knowledge, a very basic knowledge of what they are and what they can do to help. So that's comforting.
First step, right? First steps.
Yeah, first step.
Now, do you mostly, there's 3 ways of using them, right? We can use them internally, aromatically, and on the skin. Is there any preferred way you like to use them, or again, is it all over the place?
Well, I like to use my diffuser all the time. I have one at work, so I diffuse during the day. I diffuse at home in the kitchen while I'm cleaning up. I will diffuse at night when I go to bed. With that being said, I also have been using frankincense for emotional support. That has been a big one, especially recently. I feel like everything has shifted, and it's become clear. It's hard to describe. It's like I have a whole new perspective, and I use the frankincense internally. I have diffused it, but I prefer to use it internally. I just take 2 drops under my tongue in the morning and in the evening every day.
Let's look for a moment. Is that okay? Let me show you for a second, because I talked to you before. I'm like, what's your favorite oil? And frankincense came up. So I just want to really put this out for just a moment about frankincense. It's a boswellia essential oil. It comes from the boswellia tree, and it comes from Somalia, actually, also from Oman. But that's kind of the origin of the boswellia. And if you look at the benefits, I love to put it in the skin, but I have to put it on my face as well. But like you said, I also love to take it on my tongue because it has such a regenerative effect. I mean, frankincense is known for its regenerative effect, right? For its how to really make cells regenerate. Yeah. And so it's kind of interesting that you said because of the frankincense, the emotional part also feels like things are shifting for you. Mm-hmm. I kind of really love that kind of combination there. How long have you been using frankincense? I'm kind of curious. I've been using it
Probably 4 months, but internally a good 2 months, 6 to 8 weeks. Okay. And yeah, I started out slow with just doing 1 drop in the morning and in the evening, mm-hmm. And then I just felt like I needed to add another one. And once I did that, everything just became clear. Like I knew that it was working. Something was going on, and I feel great. I really do. It's pretty amazing.
Is that, do you think, your biggest change? I always ask in these series about some miracle stories. People who feel like they've really shifted their lives. And it doesn't have to be big, right? These are sometimes very small. Right. But if you look at everything that you've experienced with essentials, because I know you've done a lot with them, what do you think has been the miracle here or the magic here?
You know, if there was one essential oil, if I could have just one, it would be frankincense. Okay. That it would be. Because it makes me feel good, it supports me emotionally, and it just gives me this overall feeling of wellness, of, I don't know, positivity. You know, I just feel great. I really do. And I can always tell if I miss a dose. I'm like, oh, I didn't take my frankincense. Time to take it. You know, it really does have an effect on me, and it's one that I cannot go without.
I love it. You know, Dr. Hill, who's the chief medical officer of the Terra, I know you probably know this, but he calls it the king of the oils. So there's so many different chemistry in there. So it works so well. And I agree with you. If I could probably have one oil, it'd be frankincense too, because it's physical as emotional, right? So there's and even there's a strong spiritual aspect even to it. So yeah, I love it.
I do love it.
We're only doing these very short interviews, so we're almost at the end already. So I'm kind of curious. Okay. If I know you've been sharing a lot, and there's a lot of people who've been affected by what you're doing. If you had one message to give out to your friends and family and everything, what would you say to them about these oils or about your life?
You know, the oils are magical, and they have really changed my life. I'm just grateful every day that I've discovered the oils, that I have essential oils in my life. I really am.
Thank you. Thank you. You're special. And you know, there's one thing I love about these oils too, and that is we get to connect. And we're all going to see each other on Saturday too, right? And I can give you a hug, and then we get to connect, because that's something these oils have done too. So.
Yeah, I love that part too.
You're amazing. So thanks so much for doing this, and being out there in the world with the oils and who you are, because they are amazing, and you are amazing. So thanks, dear, so much. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm going to let you go. I'm hoping that a lot of people, we're going to have some videos underneath this Facebook post as well for people to comment and to question and all that kind of stuff on. So question away, guys, because we're here to kind of answer your questions and have a solution for you as well. So thanks so much, Shana, and then we'll talk soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.